Lamborghini or Ferrari? The answer is not what you imagine. Forget about the price for a moment. Forget about horsepower. Forget even which one looks more spectacular. Because if tomorrow they gave you the keys to a completely new Lamborghini and a Ferrari, and they told you, you can only keep one, which one would you choose? Most would respond immediately, Ferrari, or maybe Lamborghini, without thinking about it. But here's the problem. There is no such simple answer. Because these two brands represent two completely different philosophies within the world of luxury cars. And that's precisely what makes this rivalry so interesting. Lamborghini, the excess-made car. When you think of Lamborghini, you probably think of something aggressive. A low body, impossible lines, doors that seem to come directly from a fighter plane, a sound that makes people turn their heads even before they see the car. Lamborghini has never been afraid to attract attention. The brand built much of its identity around an idea. If you're going to have a supercar, why make it discreet? And that philosophy is still present in his modern models. A Lamborghini doesn't just want to be fast, he wants to be seen. He wants to provoke a reaction. He wants someone to take out the phone when they see it pass by. And maybe that's why it's one of the most recognizable brands on the planet. Now let's talk about Ferrari. Here the story changes. Ferrari didn't build its reputation just around luxury. Competition is part of the brand's DNA. For decades, the Ferrari name has been associated with racing, engineering, performance, and Formula One. And that creates something that cannot be manufactured simply with money. Legacy. When you see a Ferrari, you're not just looking at a car. You are seeing decades of automotive history. And for many collectors, that story has enormous value. But here comes the interesting part. If your goal is to get attention, Lamborghini probably has an advantage. If you want something that represents tradition, competition, and legacy, Ferrari can have an advantage. If you are looking for an extremely aggressive visual experience, Lamborghini. If you are looking for a brand with an incomparable historical connection with motorsport, Ferrari. But then the most difficult question appears. Which one is really better? And the answer depends completely on what type of driver you are. Because not everything is about speed. A supercar is also design, its sound, its technology, its exclusivity, its experience, its personality, and above all, its emotion. What if we talk about money? Here things get even more interesting. There are models from both brands that can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And certain special versions, limited editions, and historic vehicles can reach prices of several million in the collector market. But buying one of these cars doesn't just mean buying a means of transportation. You're buying an engineering piece, an experience, and in some cases, a piece of history. Now imagine this. You are in front of two doors. Behind the first, a Lamborghini. Behind the second, a Ferrari. Both are new. Both are amazing. Both have benefits that a few decades ago seemed impossible. And someone tells you, you can get one for free. But there is a condition. You can't sell it. You have to keep it. Which one do you choose? Lamborghini or Ferrari? I don't want to know which one you think is prettier. I want to know, which one would you drive every day if you had the opportunity? Right. Lamborghini or Ferrari? In the comments. And tag that person who always says he knows absolutely everything about cars. Because we are about to discover something interesting. What brand would you win if the supercar fans themselves decided? And be careful, because your answer could change after knowing the models that are coming. Follow us to discover the most exclusive supercars, the stories behind the most important brands in the world, and the cars that very few people will have the opportunity to drive.